Hello everyone. In this video, I will show you how to integrate database with Servlet. In previous videos, I showed how to access database using Java and how to write and execute a servlet. First, I will show you the demo that explains what is covers in this video. A simple registration form with few attributes like name, gender, email, phone number and password. The user has to fill this form. After fill this form, the user has to click on register button. All these fields are required field, that's why it's showing error. First, enter your name and gender, email ID, the rate of 1 at the rate of Gmail and password submit. Okay, click on register. User registration is successful. These details will be stored in database. Let's check in database. Here I am using Oracle database. You can use any database. The process is same. Here you can observe our registered details are inserted in database. Okay. Samir1 and it's 12, password 0 and password is Samir2 and click on register. User registration successful. Let's check in database. Here you can observe previously it's showing only one entry. Now it's showing two entries. Next one is login. Here user have to enter login credentials like email ID and password. If email ID is correct, login is success. Otherwise, login is failed. Let's check. Samir. Our details are samir1@gmail.com, samir12@gmail.com. Okay. Samir1@gmail.com and password is Samir. Click on login. User login successful. Okay, let's check with fake details. And Samir. Login failed because there is no entry available in database with samir@gmail.com. Next one is update.html. Here the user can update his or her profile after registration. The user have to fill these fields with modified details and there is no chance to change email ID. Let's check. Name I am changing to Samir2 and gender is female and the email ID is samir1@gmail.com. I'm changing the phone number to 87876148 and the password is 123456. Click on update. User record updated successfully. Let's check in database. Here you can observe the name is changed to Samir2 and gender is changed to female. Phone number is also updated and password is updated. Let's change the details of this record also. Pavan, gender is female, Samir12 and the phone number is and password is 79. Click on update. User record updated successfully. Let's check in database. Here you can observe email ID samir12@gmail.com, name is Pavan and gender is female and number is changed and password also changed. Let's implement this. Open Eclipse and create new file. new and dynamic web project. Give your project name. I am giving my project name JDBC Servlet. Click next, and generate web.xml file and click finish. Open your project and open Java resource. In Java resource, create a package, that is form.jdbc servlet. Go to web content. In web content, create an HTML file, that is, first we start with the registration page. That means register register.html. Next and finish. Now I am going to pasting my HTML code because I don't want to waste your time, and simply explaining this what is in this HTML. I have done this using Bootstrap and CSS. Let's start with form tag. Forget about these all CSS tags and other things because form is important. Here I created one form, and in that form I created some fields like name, gender, email, number and password. For gender I used radio buttons, and at last submit button, which is to register, and the form action is test/register. I don't want this URL, remove, and method is post only. Now create a servlet for this register HTML. Save this HTML and go to com.jdbc servlet package, and in that package create a servlet. Servlet is register servlet. Click next, and URL mapping is register. Click next, and I don't want constructor from superclass, and I don't want doGet method also, and click finish. Template has been given, and in that template let's implement the code. Here first we need to get the response. Response.setContentType is HTML. Now we have to fetch the records from HTML files. That means these names: name equal to name, and name equal to gender, and name equal to email ID, name equal to number, and name equal to password. For that we need to use string name equal to request dot get parameter name, and for next string gender equal to request dot get parameter gender. Do the same for other things. Request dot get parameter number, request dot get parameter password, request dot get parameter email. Now create a print writer to display something on web page. Print writer equal to response dot get writer. We need to import, which is available in java.io package. Next, establish connection from database. For that we need to use try catch blocks. Try and catch. Now establish and register a connection. For that I am using connection equal to null, and driver manager have already explained these things in previous videos. You can watch those videos. On that videos I have explained what is connection, what is for name, what is driver manager, how to get a connection, what are these things. Now create a statement smt equal to connection dot create statement. First of all, we need to create a table. For table creation, we need to write a query smt.execute create table users email varchar of 30. That means it takes up to 30 characters, and I have placed one constraint here, that is primary constraint. Next one is name, gender, phone and password. Statement.execute returns boolean value. We need to now we have a problem. For the first time it will create table smoothly. If we execute this servlet for the second time, it will give one exception, that is table or view already exist, because we are creating table for the second time with the same data. If you are using MySQL database, you can use the keyword if table not exist. But Oracle, we don't have that facility. To overcome this problem, we need to use the try catch block. Try and catch. Exception is for the first time execution of servlet, this block will be executed, and next time this block will be executed. Next, now insert data into table. For that we need to use prepared statement. Prepared statement psmt equal to connection dot prepared statement. Import this. Prepared statement takes string as a argument, that is SQL query. We need to write the SQL query. Insert into users email name, gender, phone and password, and values are question mark. This is dynamic way to insert values into database. Now we need to set values, that is psmt dot set string. It will take two parameters. The first one is column index, next one is value. The column index is 1 and the value is name. This is the name we are getting from the HTML template. Next one is string dot gender and gender, and the is 2. Sorry, here the first one is email and next one is name and gender. First one is, second one is name and third one is gender. First one is email, next one is name, third one is gender, and 4 is phone number, 5 is password. Now execute this query. For that we need to use psmt.execute query. Which returns integer data type int I equal to psmt.execute query. After successful insertion, I want a message that is user registration successful. For that I am using writer.println user registration successful. Now close the connections. ESMT dot close and writer dot close and connection dot close, and we need to give catch value, that is exception, SQL exception only. The same thing I'm copy and pasting here. I don't want to print anything. Now it's showing one error, that is class.forname oracle.jdbc. Okay, we need to catch this exception, that is class not found exception. For that we need to write one more catch block. Catch class not found exceptionally. Now I want to display these things. E dot print stack trace, and I want to display this also. E dot print stack trace. Now everything is fine, and save this and run this on server. Run as server, run on server, and click next and finish. Give the URL of HTML page, register.html. Sorry, I already register is there. Register.html. Okay, the page has been displayed. Now give your details. Samir, gender is mail, Samir185@gmail.com, and phone number is okay, and the password is Samir. Click on register. It's not showing anything, and we need to check HTML page. Here in action we forgot to give the URL mapping. That means JDBC servlet register. Save and run this, close this one and run this on server. Finish. Give your details. Samir and gender is mail, Samir@185, sorry, gmail.com, and phone number is password Samir. Click register. User registration successful. Now check in database. Select star from users. The table name is users, and it's showing one entry, that is email ID is Samir@185. Okay, name is Samir and mail and password. Let's create another user. Is Anurag, mail Anurag@gmail.com. The number is, password is Anurag, and click register. Here you can observe table already existed because we are second time running the servlet. That means we recreating the table. Now let's create login page. For that you need to go to web content and choose new and create HTML file. Give the name as login.html. Click finish and close this browser and this register HTML and Java, and I'm going to stop my server. Now I'm going to paste my HTML code. This is the HTML code for login page. Here I am using the same code with slight changes. I'm using the same form tag. In that form tag, two fields are available. One is email, another one is password, and one button for login. This is the name of the email, this is the name of the password. Now let's create a servlet for this login.html file. For that you need to go to this package. In that package, create a servlet. Servlet name is login.servlet, and this is the URL mapping login, and I don't want constructor and do get method also, and click finish. Now create a response type, response.set content type HTML. Now get the fields from HTML page. For that we need to write string email equal to request.get parameter email. Next one is password, string password equal to request.get parameter password. Now we have to write writer, print writer equal to response.get writer. We need to import this, which is available in java.io package. Now create a connection and establish servlet and database. For that we need to use try catch blocks, try and catch. In try we need to write the database registration and driver manager code. Okay, connection con equal to null. We need to import this driver manager. Now write a SQL query to fetch the records from database. For that we need to use string SQL equal to select email from users where email equal to question mark and password equal to question mark. This query fetches a record where email ID and password is corresponding to that record only. Email spelling is email. Okay, now execute this. For execution we need to use prepared statement psmt equal to connection dot prepared statement takes string as a input, which is SQL query. Now we need to import this prepared statement, which is available in java.sql package. Now send values to this query. For that we need to use psmt.set string one of email and psmt.set string comma password. We need to follow this order only where the string query is available. Now execute the statement. For execution we need to use psmt dot execute update, which returns integer type int I equal to. Here this query fetches only one record when email ID and password provided to this query. Now write a condition if I equal to 1, then writer.println login success. That means only one record will be given by this query. Next, if it is not, that means login failure. If this query fetches only one record, that means login success, otherwise login is failure. If more than one record or less than one record fetches, means login failure. Now close all connections, psmt.close and writer dot close and connection dot close. Now write catch blocks. First we need to write the class not found exception block. Next one is SQL exception. Next one is SQL exception, which is available in Java SQL package. Okay, now everything is fine and no errors. Okay, everything is fine, and go to login.html and give the URL of this servlet, JDBC servlet login. Save and run as run on server. Server has been started. Let's give login details. Samir185@gmail.com and password is Samir. Click login field. Let's check the details in database. Select start from users. The user name and email and passwords are Samir185@gmail.com and the password is Samir. Let's check. Here S is capital, that's why it's showing error, and password is Samir. Click on login. Login successful. Let's try with fake details and click login failed. In this way you can implement the user login page with Servlet and HTML frontend. Now let's implement the update page. For that, close this one and login. Go to web content and click on new and select HTML file. Here the HTML file name is update.html. Update.html. Now I'm going to pasting the code. This is also same code with slight changes. The change is the action URL mapping only. Remaining things are same for the registration page and update page. For this update page we need to create a servlet. For that we need to go to package and create a servlet. Servlet name is update servlet. Update and click next. Click next, and I don't want construction, do get method also, and click finish. Okay, response.setContentType HTML. Okay, here the same story repeats. First we need to fetch the values from HTML page. string name, gender, email, phone number and password. Now get the writer, print writer equal to get writer, and import this writer. Now establish connection between servlet and database. Try catch. Okay. Now register and establish database drivers. Connection con equal to null, class dot for name, driver manager dot get connection. Okay. Now write a SQL query, string SQL equal to update date set users name equal to question mark, gender equal to question mark, phone number equal to question mark, and password equal to question mark, and I am giving the primary key value which is email as a where condition. Now execute the statement. For execution we need to use prepared statement. Prepared statement dot psmt equal to connection dot prepared statement. This is the SQL query, and now we are going to execute this query. First psmt dot set string. Here we need to follow the order. The first one is name, second one is gender, third one is email, fourth one is password, and last is email. We need to follow this order only. Now execute this statement. psmt dot execute update which returns integer type int I equal to. Okay, here also the same condition. If it is 1, that means updation is successful. If it is greater than 1 or less than 1 means updation failure. We need to write that condition. If I equal to 1 means updation. Writer.println user record updated successfully, else writer.println something went wrong, please try again later. That's it, and close all connections. psmt dot close and writer dot close and connection dot close. Now write exceptions. First one is cast not found exception, second one is SQL exception. Okay, which is available in java.sql package. That's it, and I don't see any errors. Save this one and save update.html, save, and here we need to give the URL mapping. URL mapping is JDBC servlet dot update. Okay, save this one, run as run on server. Okay, okay, we need to give the same email ID which you have entered previously. My email ID is samir185@gmail.com, and the name I want to change as Sheikh Samir, and gender is male, and I want to change my phone number 74. Okay, the password is Samir only. Before going to update, let's check in database. These are the values. Samir at the rate of 185 at the rate of gmail.com. This is primary key. This is not going to be changed, and the remaining values are to be changed. Now click on update. I think something is wrong. It's showing one exception. View or table does not exist. That means we need to go to servlet page. Okay, here the table name is different. The table name is users, and save and close this and run as run on server. Click. Okay, it displayed the update page. Sheikh Samir and gender is name Samir 185 the rate of gmail.com and phone number and password. Click on update. User record updated successfully. Now let's check in the database. Select stars from users. Okay, you can observe previously the record values are this one, and now the value is Sheikh Samir male, and phone number is changed to this one, and password remains same. Come back to our page and let's try to change the email Samir18 at the rate of gmail.com, which is not available in the database. Let's check whether it is going to give user record successfully or something went too wrong. Let's check. Click on update. Something went wrong, please try again later. Okay, it's working fine. In this way you can update the user's record by using update servlet. Now open these HTML pages. At last you can observe you already have an account. Login. That means if you click on this login button, it will redirect it to login page. And another one is you don't have an account, then register. Here you are navigated to register page. For that you need to give the URL. The URL is register.html. Save, and here you need to provide login.html. Save this, and now run this entire project on server. Go to your project and click on run as run on server and give the URL login.html. Click enter. You don't have an account, register. Click register. Here I forgot to give the project details also. Okay, now go to this, and here you need to provide JDBC servlet login.html, and for login also we need to give. Okay, save, close this one and run this project on server. Okay, now give the URL login.html. L is capital. Okay, login. You don't have account, register. Click register. Okay, registration page opens, and you already have account. Click login. Login page displays. That's all about this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.